Cavalry's helmet at third base at some stage. It'll show why she's such a talent. 1-1 the count now. No outs. A good eye by Snow at the batter's box. I want to give a shout out to, there you go, there's the helmet of Jade Cavalry. That red fern on her helmet represents the Junior White Sox. So she has pedigree, she's played international softball. Here she is now at the NFC.
Awesome to see and quality outfit to be with.
Thank you to our camera crew at Atiawa Toa FM and Beyond the Dugout broadcast and capturing of these images today. I hope you're enjoying the broadcast. It's our complete privilege to bring that to you.
Always.
And as you know, Damien, every year, add a little something new, add a little something more.
Oh, got to do, don't we? We've come a long way since the 3x3 tent behind home plate, and we always push it. We had such great feedback after last year's NFC at Rosedale when we brought in broadcast arts, and yeah, strength to strength, mate.
Real good pitch by Brittany Terry there. Rise ball tailing away from Snow. Picks up the first out here in the bottom of the second innings. Now brings up the dangerous top of the order, Shia Hale.
There's another silver fern on the helmet.
Pick off attempt again. Whoa! Where did he call? Go, gadget arm. That was going to be a run for Auckland for sure if the third baseman from Canterbury did not grab this.
Yeah, see on the replay, just Makiti just throwing right, and Michaela knowing exactly what to do, saw it early and just threw the body there to stop easily a run in there for Auckland.
Hale goes into this one on the outside. Shia Hale made her debut for the White Sox at the 2023 WBSC Women's World Cup group stage in Butero, Italy. Had the pleasure of being at that tournament, and watching her do her thing was a complete pleasure.
And didn't they do well?
So fouls back. And of course, for all the young woman out there watching today's semi-final at the NFC, if you want to make it to the top, pitch is close on the outside edge. There you see the pick off down to third base. Look at Werehuko. Boy, that's a run-scoring catch right there by the third baseman.
100%. Ooh.
Ball is down low. So just to finish the comment about the young players, female players in New Zealand here, the pathway with Softball New Zealand is full with excitement and opportunity. It starts at the under 15, they call it the developing Sox. They get an opportunity to come into camps, go away for test series. And of course, these are World Cup. There's one next year. Unfortunately, New Zealand's not sending a team to that one. And then there's the under 18 World Cup, the Junior White Sox that you can be a part of.
Yeah, Junior White Sox program's been pretty healthy, and yeah, I mean, with what Kitty Shaw did in the last term with them was pretty cool. You know, got to take them on a lot of overseas experiences, took them to America a few times. You know, giving those young ladies a taste of that experiences gets them in front of other eyes as well, and possibly, you know, opening the door for them to play ball in college. But yeah, no, it's been good of late, and I hope we continually go forward.
I agree. Kitty Shaw, the head coach for the Junior White Sox, you're right. From my account, she took them over a period of about 4 years, maybe 5, took them to about 20 to 30 tournaments throughout New Zealand, a number of tournaments in Australia, American Samoa, and a number of tournaments to the USA outside of World Cups.
Oh, she even ended up taking a Whitby collegiate school to Tokyo and whatnot. So, yeah, she's all about it, and getting those young ladies their experience. So I hope that continues with whoever takes over. Something went crashing, didn't it?
There indeed, and fantastic. That's what the opportunity is about. And the opportunity right now is for Shire Howe with loaded bases, a one down, the bottom of the second innings, trying to add to this one-run lead. Oh, the rise ball's good. McIntyre gets Snow with it and now gets Hale.
Yeah, gets her chasing that rise and sends it back to the dugout for the second outs. Base is still loaded here for Auckland though, and still at the top of the order.
Well, bring an opportunity still for Auckland and the Clover Alapaki. Young baller out of the Otahuhu Club in Auckland as well. Breeding ground of international talent. This one comes down, and Brittany Terry, of course, has her hallmark change-up pitch, but as you can see, she can locate her rise ball with precision, Damien.
Yeah, she's really hitting her spots at the moment as Terry. She knows she's got to do the job. She's got some backup in the bullpen, but she's doing a great job so far.
I had the pleasure, Damien, in 2019 of seeing Brittany with the New Zealand White Sox competing at the Junior World Cup in Irvine, California, USA there, and boy oh boy, she was awesome that tournament.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that a fair bit. Just all these trips that me and Adrian can go on with you next time.
I tell you what, I really enjoy those things, but what I enjoy the most is getting to see the talent of Alapaki, Terry, and all the other stars that are here this week, especially when they get to the world stage.
Oh, absolutely, mate. I mean, we've done this for a good few years now, and seeing a lot of those age group players come into their own and really create their own path in the game and follow it to these levels and beyond is, it's pretty special to be just a small part of just being able to chuck camera in front of them and broadcast it to the relatives at home or whatever. It all keeps us a bit closer, doesn't it?
It sure does indeed. And I enjoy that part about it. Still the opportunity here. The count is all tied up as Terry gets the signal. Prepares, leans back. Here comes the 2-2. Rise ball up top. Cavalry's in trouble here. It's a pick off to three and home. And Cavalry will score. Cavalry will score. Jade Cavalry chances her arm here, induces a rundown and produces pure magic.
Well, you see here, she did go just a bit too much. Marketing had been throwing that ball down third base all day, and with almost the goosey back, wasn't it? Gave her the false sense of hope that she was going back. Gasses it to home, and McIntyre can't get there in time. Cavalier safe at home for the second run on this ball game.
What a play from the designated runner from Auckland here in the bottom of the second innings, creating something out of nothing.
And Auckland still have two runners in scoring position. And now back to loaded bases.
Alapaki is patient with one right on the leaders. Those calls can go either way, to be fair.
Surely someone will come out and have a run for her.
It'll be Shire Howe that'll run for the catcher. Alapaki as they swap over. Jade Cavalry, what a play from Auckland. And Auckland are no strangers to that type of move. Of course, yesterday, as we see a replay of this rundown play.
Yeah.
Fantastic indeed. Yesterday, they're in a tiebreaker against Hawke's Bay. Bottom of the 8th innings, and the catcher, Tyann Bromhead Lamalu, who's been replaced by Alapaki in this game. She's at third base, does the exact same move, scores at home, wins the game for Auckland. So Auckland, with the youth they have, not afraid to chance
you got to push it. You got to push it, right? And at this level, it's about taking all those opportunities. What could be a single at club level is a double at this level. Like all those things. And if you can steal home, fair play to you.
Fair play indeed.
Do you reckon Katrina Nukunuku's going to try?
Katrina Nukunuku probably
might
taught
not
them
need
that
to.
move, and this one
just
goes foul down
inches.
the line in front of Edwards.
Good push. So that's probably where we won the ball. Just outside that line, though.
Ruby Nola has simply been outstanding for Auckland. I've been impressed with every match she's played. Of course, she's fresh off her collegiate career in the United States and has taken her game to another level, hasn't she?
Oh, yeah.
1 and 2 the count now. 2 down. Willie Hickle will take that one and retire the side, but it's not before Jade Cavalry turns a bit of flair, pace and magic to score Auckland's second run. We'll go to the top of the third, Auckland leading 2 runs to 0. The junior White Sox superstar in front of Atiawa Toa FM's banner scores the second run of the ball game here in the semi-final in the bottom of the second innings. We're up to the top of the third now as we march our way through the innings. And a fantastic game going here, Damien. It'll be heaven. Samson Loffley, the second baseman, Stella Jorgensen. Then top of the shop, Kai Aratu, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, bottom of the order coming up here for Canterbury with their first at bats, but no, they're in a good position, and it's only 2 runs. We know how quickly it can change.
A bit like the weather in Wellington, 18 degrees Celsius here locally, cloudy conditions, but we had a little bit of precipitation on day 2 of the competition. Beautiful day yesterday, and maybe today we don't see any rain either.
Did you just? Oh, thanks, mate. Yep. We hope we don't either, Chop.
No.
Precipitation. Well done, mate.
I know.
Well
I had to do the chat GDP just to find out what the meaning of that word was. I put in there the weather in Wellington and just came back with precipitation.
And windy. And a slight breeze.
No, fantastic place. You can't beat Wellington on a fine day, I tell you, in summer.
That's a good
As
day.
we see a good pitch by Fairclough from the outside edge and the strike out there. The only problem in Wellington, there's not too many of those days. Stop it, Chopper, stop it. We're in the Hutt Valley. It's different. 20 minutes away.
Because I've never had a rainy tournament at Rosedale, ever.
Back to the action here. Stella Jorgensen, the left fielder, shows bunt. Pulls back, and Karina Howell, the third basewoman, was charging down there.
Yeah, she wanted it. Send it at me, young lady. Outside pitch there from Fairclough again. Not getting the call on that one.
Stephanie Fairclough has put a good passion of work here together in the semi-final so far, Damien. You've been happy with her work?
Yeah, she's and you'll see more confidence as she goes through, especially if they have a lead. You know, she's definitely a pitcher that likes to pitch from the front, and if her batters are doing the sticks and doing their job when they go out to bat, then you know Steph will keep on charging for them on the hill.
This one down Main Street, but a hitter's count now for Jorgensen, 3-1.
We know Stella can hit a ball as well. She's been one of those names that has been around for this Canterbury side through the age groups and last few years with the Red Hawks. So, you know, she can definitely make something happen.
Oh, we've been fans of her for a while, haven't we? And I think the cool thing, though, not only is she talent, but she's a great young lady as well.
It is always a plus. Not that we'd sell you out if you weren't on air. But no, always good when the good humans as well.
Sure indeed. That one fights that one off. The count remains full here, 3-2 for Jorgensen.
Next big one is down in Canterbury for club men's and women's up at Rosedale.
Jorgensen, yeah, you did right. Let's come back to that. Jorgensen with a walk down to first base. Just what the doctor ordered for Canterbury, Damien. They're down 2-0 in the top of the third innings here now. They've got to strike back, and they've got to strike back soon. Otherwise, this Auckland side, as you know, they can run away with it.
The classic, give them an inch and they'll take a mile. And, I mean, you see that with even the pressure that they're putting on by taking that steal at home with loaded bases. So look, like Canterbury know what to do here. Stephen Ratu, he's been in this position before. He knows that he's got to make something happen here. One down, top of three, only 2 runs in it, but you want to stay in. You want to keep clawing that back one at a time if that's what it takes.
This one close, and Stephanie Fairclough still working with her battery partner here to get it done. Of course, we saw these 2 teams play earlier on in the week, and that one went down to the wire. A tiebreaker win for Auckland as this one pops up high, and a collision with the batter will go out here as Tanisha Hokamo trying to make that catch collides with the batter Ratu, and the umpire rules the batter runner out.
When you give little Kaya a benefit of the doubt there, trying to lay, it's pretty ballsy to just run into Tanisha anyway.
And a pick-off attempt to one. It's a beauty. Kova Alapaki with a machine gun fire down to first base. Erases Canterbury here in the top of the third innings. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We've got collisions. We've got pick-offs. We've got semi-final action. Auckland 2-0 over Canterbury. Well, it doesn't get any closer than this. Starts at the bottom of the third innings in the major semi-final here between Auckland and Canterbury. The winner will go through to the grand final to face Hutt Valley at 11:30 this morning here, right here in Sorensen Field. We've got all the coverage, wall to wall, Beyond the Dugout broadcasting with our friends at Atiawa Toa FM, Damien. All 3 games, the semi-final this morning for the ladies, the grand final at 11:30, and of course, the big one after that, the men's grand final at 1:30 p.m. It's going to be a day of awesome softball.
Oh, Championship Sunday is always special, but NFC, the pinnacle event on our calendars, just awesome. And yeah, if you're not watching it here live on Beyond the Dugout broadcasting, get yourself down here to Fraser Park. The big screen's in at right field. It's going to be a day, ladies and gentlemen, and you're going to see some quality softball. The best of the best are out here, and yeah, bring it all on. Just did I hear you correctly? Hutt Valley's in another final.
They sure are indeed. Of course, the winner of this one will take on the Hutt Valley ladies, and that's at 11:30 p.m. here on Sorensen Field. And we saw in the semi-final the crowd swelled when the Hutt Valley ladies played Auckland in the first semi-final last night. Looking forward to the grand final, whoever they play.
Yeah. You know, it's always good when you're playing at home. Of course, you've got the luxury of your home peoples, your family, your teammates, etc. But it's also hard. It's also a hard thing to go out on your home in front of your people where they want you to win. They expect you to win. So good to see the experience back in the Hutt Valley side after a break last year. Very young NFC Hutt Valley side last year.
Inside out swing from Hokamu will retire her by the second base woman. She'll jog back down to the Auckland dugout on the third base side. It'll be Crystal Huani, the right fielder, up next, followed by the third base woman, Karina Hutt.
I know we've got this great scatter of young, amazing talent coming through, putting our game in good future. But how good is it seeing our vets out there still kicking some ass?
They are indeed, and you know what? They know how to get it done, Damien, and however you describe it, it's simply outstanding to watch.
Yeah, sorry about that. It just came out. But it's awesome that they're still out there enjoying it and still playing at this level.
Fantastic.
It's a better way to say
it. Indeed. It's Crystal Wani now facing Brittany Terry in the hole, 0-2.
Second time for Huani facing Terry. Caught by centre field in the first at bat. Heads it down to shortstop. Ratu gets it in time for the 6-3 and the second out.
Well, they say defence wins championships, Damien, and this Canterbury defensive lineup is one of the best here this week.
Yeah, of course, hitting will win you a game, but defence will win you championships for sure. And they just seem to have each other's back, and like they know their area, they know their job, and they seem to be just doing it for everyone else around them.
Really looking forward to that indeed.
Hale back into bat. Karina, of course. Pops up.
And a nice overcall by Wirihuku, the third basewoman. Defensively, they look good, the Red Hawks. Can they turn it into some offense? We'll find out shortly. When we come back in the top of the fourth, Auckland leading 2-0 in the semi-final. Well, the semi-final match-up here this morning at Sorensen Field has got off to a hot start with Auckland scoring a run in the bottom of the first innings on Tanisha Hokamo's drive to right field to plate Ruby Nola. And then in the second innings, they worked their magic again with Clover Alapaki up to bat, loaded bases, and Jade Cavalry on a running bunt attempt, which is perfect. Jade Cavalry scores the second run for Auckland at the bottom of the second innings. But the Red Hawks, they need to answer, and they need to answer at some stage here, Damien. And Michaela Wirihuku, we see her prowess just there. The running bunt, she was safe all day. That's key to Canterbury, isn't it?
Oh, well, you got to look to your leaders of the team, and Michaela putting down that perfect bunt. But the gas to get to one, you wouldn't want to give her too much out there.
This one's pulled down the line, will go foul. The statistical leader for Canterbury is the right fielder, Tristan Edwards, comes into today's play with a 450 batting average, 9 hits from 20 at-bats. So she knows how to get her done here. Normally, a sacrifice bunt situation, I think they might just let her swing.
Well, now might be the time to let her swing. You know, you've got a couple outs up your sleeve, but you've got a runner with absolute gas out there, so let her go.
This one's up top. You can see Edwards, though, in the batter's box. She looks poised and calm, doesn't she? Just simply outstanding, and something which I think makes a big difference when it comes to an offensive hitter. Running on the pitch, and Werehiko is not happy with first base as she will steal the second. Simply outstanding.
Yeah, you got to take those opportunities and create them yourself, you know, and that's what Canterbury's going to do here. And so they should 2 down. It's not, you know, it's not a huge amount in softball, but when you're only getting 1 or 2 on base, you know, it can be trying.
Edwards with the sacrifice bunt that just goes foul. Oh, I like this. That was good. Did you see Werehiko there on screen? She stays, Werehiko stays at third base on that foul ball. Like, maybe they won't notice I'm still here. Very clever. The lady from Sydney Kurudu Softball Club, that's the initials you see on your helmet, steals a bag and then tries to steal another one on the old, I'm not here really.
Why not? Why not? See who can see it.
So top of the fourth innings here, action in the semi-final. 2-0. Auckland leading at this point as they set their huddle, and there's Alapaki. This is why you don't very often see a left-handed catcher. She's got a right-handed batter, and then you see she makes the move to get outside the zone to be able to make that throw to second.
Oh, that's something you got to actually practice, you know. It's to give yourself that width, to give yourself that room to get the throw off. She would have had to work at it for sure. So yeah, no, that's if you want to catch, look at those mannerisms and how it's done. And you're a lefty, sorry.
Going to the fence. Well, this will go foul out of play. And the reason why I say you don't see many left-handed catches is the throw to second base and the throw to third is so difficult for a left-handed catcher. However, the throw to first is good, and we've already seen a pick-off at first base from Alapaki, so she's got that to her advantage. It's the other 2 bases are a little bit more difficult.
And all depending, you know, like if there's a left-handed batter, you know, the difficulty changes, but she seems to be doing it well so far.
Does indeed, as Stephanie Faircoff has gone the distance here today for Auckland so far through the first 3 innings, now into the 4th. Hard hit ball, that's why she's a statistical leader, and Edwards will get her done for the Red Hawks as they strike in the top of the 4th innings. The score now, 2-1 to Auckland.
Hard hit ball just out of reach of Ava Prescott at shortstop, and Michaela Werehiko goes from second to home, so you open the account for Canterbury. It's getting closer, 2-1.
The combination of Werehiko and Edwards, what a combination. The pace of Werehiko, the running bunt, get down to first base, the stolen bag to 2, to be in scoring position for a single like that up the middle, and Edwards being the hot stick, a perfect combination, well designed by head coach Stephen Ratu.
Like I've said, he's been there, done that. He knows all those little tricks and how to create those opportunities. So, yeah, well played.
Rise ball curves away from the zone to Mania McKitty. A slugging catcher for the Canterbury Red Hawks. This is actually an interesting matchup here, because McKitty is the catcher for Parklands Christchurch United when Stephanie Faircoff was down there throwing. So they know each other inside and out.
Yeah, she'll know what she likes to throw, and of course, Steph will know what she likes to swing at and hit. So, yeah, always a good battle when you come up against a friend you've spent time with.
Rise ball outside, off the 2. And that is a heads-up base running right there from Tristan Edwards, realising Alapaki's got moved over on a rise ball that moves. It's a tough throw, and she swipes that bag with ease.
Yeah, good placement of that ball there, but just in time for Canterbury to get their second run in scoring position.
Straight rise ball. Fairclough will take care of this to make sure they get at least one out here. Canterbury, though, have moved them over to third base, so 60 feet away from tying up this ball game. So the sacrifice bunt was perfect from Kitty.
Yeah, Edwards now at second base. Third base, sorry.
Yeah, lays the table for Lucy McIntyre. Slow roller. Fairclough checks the runner. That's a perfect play by the pitcher from Auckland.
Yeah. Made sure that that lead runner wasn't going anywhere and just got the throw on the money to Tanisha at first base. Not easy when you go from pitching underarm to throwing overarm at first. I know one or two pitchers have thrown it in the dirt many a time.
We're just going to have a look at this little chat here with the first base umpire, and we just saw off screen a fair bit of animation from Robbie Sadgrove to the assistant coach from the Canterbury Redhawks, Carly Wedahuko, and to say it got heated would be an understatement. And you can see right now he's still hot. So they've sorted out their differences. And Robbie Sadgrove's a good umpire, don't get me wrong, but this is a semi-final. The players and the coaches want to play. Back to the action now. Ball down low. Krista Wedahuko up to bat. Damien, we said they had to get rolling. They've picked up one run here. How good would it be for the Redhawks if they can tie this game in the fourth?
Oh, absolutely. You know, get it done now. And the way that they're fielding, you know, it could be another donut in the next inning. So then it's their opportunity to get ahead. So, yeah, just claw it back one run at a time. You've got to take those opportunities in a semi-final, and Canterbury are up for it.
1-1 the count, 2 away here. Top of the fourth, action. Low lifter is pitcher perfect on the outside edge.
Yeah, Steph getting that outside corner. She's got it called a few times. Keeps trying to get them to nibble and go out even further. How she got that last strikeout. Goes inside.
And the rise ball on the inside edge is good as well. Fairclough doesn't worry about what's happening with the umpires. She stays focused and keeps one left on the bases, but it's not before Tristan Edwards gets her done here on the back of some speedy running from Wedahuko. Canterbury's in the game. 1 run difference in the semi-final. Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And the semi-final actions continues to heat up here between Auckland and Canterbury. As we see Canterbury strike for their first run of the ball game. Happened in the top of the fourth innings on what I felt was a well-executed play offensively by the Cantabs, Damien.
Yeah, they knew what they had to do. They had to get runners on and move them. And that's how they did it through a couple of sacrifices. But, yeah, some good hitting as well. So, yeah, tip of the cap for Canterbury to get on the board. And hopefully with the way that their field's been doing, that they can keep it going out on the field as well.
Sure is indeed. And at the bottom of the fourth innings here, the Aucklanders will send up the experience of Katrina Nukunuku, Ava Prescott, and Alana Snow. 1, 2, and 3.
Not too bad. Not too bad. And when you're down the end of the order, 7, 8, 9, and those are the three you're sending up.
Fouls this one off. I've been impressed with the two starting pitchers of the semi-final, Damien. Brittany Terry from Canterbury and Stephanie Faircloth. I think they're both throwing exactly the game they need to throw.
Yeah. I mean, they're not trying to do it by themselves. They've got a team behind them, but they know their job. They've got to hit those spots and get the ground outs and the pop-ups. And, you know, it's not all about gassing them and getting the Ks in the book, but getting the outs. And that's what's been happening. And to keep it tight, we're at the bottom of the fourth. You know, we're getting down that slope of towards the final innings, and they're just keep doing what they're doing.
And a slow roller. Latu can't grab it. And there's a big reason for that, Damien. The day before the tournament started, you can see that green patch of the artificial turf got replaced, and that just got caught up in that new artificial turf, which is kind of still settling.
You mean that bright as green bit in the There's been a bit of a dip at second for a while now, and through all the genius in the world, they did it the day before the tournament started. So, hey, artificial, do you get a true bounce? Well, no, you don't. So when you got bits and stuff like that. So, unfortunate, because that's normally a routine out for Kairatu all day.
Hard hit ball goes foul off the bat. Fantastic. And I tell you what, I don't care what everyone says about the newest scorer for softball New Zealand, Melissa Middleton. But in my book, she's a legend. She drops off coffee to the booth for the boys. Fantastic. Fantastic indeed. So, bottom of the fourth action here. Shows bunt. Drops it down. And what's really key here for Auckland is they had an opportunity with Nukunuku getting the first base to bring out the speedster again, Jade Cavalry.
Yeah, well, you know, just the way she pushed and made that run happen to get on the board in that last innings, they get a chance at it again.
Down to second base on cue as Cavalry swipes another bag, and I tell you what, she's putting her hands up for an MVP performance here in the semi-final as young Jade.
Well, you know, it's all about everyone doing their jobs properly, and she's got that DR next to her on the team sheet. She's got to take those bases. She's got to make things happen. And when she's told to get to second, she has to do it.
Ava Prescott in the batter's box swings heavily at that one on the outside edge, but just can't catch up to the pace and velocity of Brittany Terry.
Yeah, Terry seemed to be getting faster as the game goes on, like maybe a bit more confidence and really coming into her own.
There's Canterbury poised at second base. She's already scored once in the semi-final. Hands on hips, ready to roll. Look at her, nice lead, waiting for an opportunity to go to third base. Up the bat now, Alana Snow, the centre fielder for Auckland, facing Brittany Terry from Canterbury.
As you mentioned before, Lana played some ball at UCLA, but really came into her own
Bunt is down, and it is perfect as it'll move Cavalry over to third base. A clever move by the centre fielder from Auckland.
Yeah, that was the job. She had to put the ball down to move Jade's Cavalier to third base, and they're going to put Shy Hale on to put runners on the corners.
Well, Hale is a handful, and we've seen that with the way she strokes the ball, and that'll prompt a move from the head coach, Isaac Fletcher, as well. As you see here, you watch Wirihiko come to pick this ball up, her footwork there. 1 foot with that throw, that's how talented an athlete she is.
Yep, she had already set up her position to scoop that ball and make sure that she was in line already, but to throw off balance as well, yeah, not bad.
That's her on the far side there of that huddle. An outstanding athlete she is, Michaela Wirihiko. Remember, a two-way international player, both in softball and rugby league. There's the throw down to second base. This is how quick Cavalry is, Damien. That couldn't have been a better pitch for the catcher. Rise ball up, outside, standing to throw the ball, and it'll prove a change here for the Cantabs. Auckland leading 2-1 in the bottom of the fourth innings. This pitching change brought to you by Beyond the Dugout Broadcasting. Back soon.
From the humble beginnings of a Wellington garage and with a good helping of Kiwi Can Do, Resine have been proudly colouring New Zealand since 1946. Environmentally approved quality paints, colours and expert advice, all available at your local Resine colour shop. Our friendly team are here to help you get the best results for your project. With creative colours and innovative paint all made right here in New Zealand. You can rely on Resine to get the job done.
Beyond the Dugout Broadcasting at Atiawa Toa FM. We've got all the action live on Championship Sunday, baby. Oh, yeah. It is grand final time coming up in the afternoon. 11:30 for the women. Hutt Valley is awaiting the winner of this one for that. And 1:30, North Harbour is waiting the winner of Hutt Valley and Canterbury on the men's side. They get underway. Just underway out on the Outer Diamonds. We'll keep you up to date with the progress over there. But a big change here on the hill for the Canterbury Red Hawks. Brittany Terry, an outstanding performance from her. She is going to be replaced by the statistical leader for the Cantabs, and that is Amy Begg. Comes into the match with 22.1 innings of work, giving up 9 runs for a 2.82 ERA.
Yeah, Amy Begg has been a mainstay in the White Sox squad for the last few years, but has decided to step away because she is a teacher, self-funding, time, money, all those things. So good to see her still here at NFC. You know, she had a great career over at Morgan State in America, her university, where she reached over 500 strikeouts as a pitcher there. So
wow. Simply
not too bad.
Simply outstanding, Damien. And
big Warriors fan.
Thanks, big Warriors.
Big Warriors fan.
Oh yeah, it's got to be our year, right? It's got to be our year.
Yeah, 100%.
Good on the Warriors. Of course, they'll get underway in a couple of weeks' time. We'll tell you a bit about that shortly. Well, no, let's talk about it now.
Okay, up the wires.
The crew flies home tomorrow morning, and one of those is Matt Jordan. He's like, flight better be on tomorrow, Chopper, because one flight I cancelled last night. Says, what's the problem? Only about $7,000 worth of flights I've just paid to go to Las Vegas to watch the Warriors. He leaves on Tuesday afternoon. Congratulations, Matt Jordan.
Well, does he?
Back to the action here.
We can make some phone calls.
Bottom of the fourth innings. Hale at first base. Cavalry at third. Pinch hitter into the ball game for Auckland.
Yeah, good pinch hitter as well. Tyan Bromhead Lamalu into bat.
She's been the mainstay in the batting order all week. Bromhead Lamalu might not have the statistics she would have liked for, but remember, she's a young player with a huge future.
Still so young as well. Huge future does this young one. You know, of course, taking over the behind the dish from Mum, who's over in the stands watching on.
And there's a hard hit ball. Looking to find a gap. Watch out. And it will find a gap. One comes in. Looking to score two. Hale will dive in. And it's a master stroke from Isaac Fletcher in putting Tyan Bromhead Lamalu into the batter's box. They grab 2 runs and lead 4 runs to 1.
Could there be any better position to put in one of your go-tos throughout the tournament in for a pinch hit in the semi-final when you need to make something happen and to find a gap through, I can only imagine communication out at right field, but to score 2 and stand up on 2, outstanding.
You could see that developing as the ball went up in the sky. Said find a gap because I could feel it was going to drop, and drop it did. Bromhead Lamalu creating something out of nothing. This one fouls down the line. Of course, remember, we were talking about earlier in the games, we see the replay of this hit here. The second baseman is going back for it, Samson Loffley. Edwards is coming in and just drops to the side of both of them. It's almost like the ball had a bit of curve action on the way down.
That's what I thought, because they looked backwards, so I went back behind them, and should have been theirs all day. But them's the breaks. That's what can happen in this game.
It's about taking opportunities, and we saw Auckland against Hutt Valley last night, uncharacteristically making about 4 errors in the field to allow Hutt Valley to win that game. Now, Auckland are taking their own opportunities.
Yeah, and also making them as well, you know, and that's what you've got to do at this level. You can't just wait for something to happen. You got to put your foot down and take those chances, make those errors, make them throw the ball, make them chase you.
So Amy Baird continues on the mound here now to Ruby Nola with a 2-1 count. Pulled down the line, and that is foul. Wedehiko almost got it though.
Yeah, well, she does that. We've seen her bounce around at the hot corner so far this game, whether it be a foul ball or almost an overthrow. Yeah, and the reflexes, the way she knows where it's going, outstanding.
Pure athlete, the third base woman for Canterbury, Michaela Wedehiko. Nola now, hot form for Auckland. As Big comes with the 2-2. This one pops up, looking for no man's land. Edwards, though, she'll camp underneath it and make a 2-handed catch to squeeze the third out. But it's not before a fantastic substitution. The youngster comes into the ball game. Tyan Bromhead Lamalu and gives Auckland 2 more runs. 4-1 now in the semi-final. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to Fraser Ballpark, Sorensen Field, Diamond 1 action, semi-final between Auckland and Canterbury. Auckland just struck for 2 runs in the bottom of the 4th innings. Lead by 3 now against the Canterbury Red Hawks. And Bromhead Lamalu will stay in the game. She'll take over the catching role from Alapaki. So you can see her behind the dish now receiving the pitches from Stephanie Fairclough.
Yeah, I mean, I think originally they were bringing her in for a pinch, but you know, you might need that stick in a couple more innings again, and if she's hot, then keep her in it.
Centre fielder for Canterbury, Alyssa Laurie will lead off, followed by the second basewoman, Heaven Sampson-Laughley, and the left fielder, Stella Jorgensen, 1, 2, and 3.
Any one of those players for Canterbury can make something happen. Stephen Ratu still trying to move around.
I tell you what, Stephen Rauchi's got the best dance moves I've seen. And you'll see right here on this foul ball, he tries to pull out the running man.
Oh,
there it is.
just out of reach.
Hard hit ball going deep and safely secured by Ruby Nola at left field.
Yeah, safe hands for Nola at left field. Ball goes up, ball goes into the glove. First out.
That'll bring up to bat now for Canterbury, the second basewoman. First pitch to her is below the zone to Heavenly Sampson-Laughley.
Good leader, just down in the below the zone, but just.
This one, tough play. Prescott waiting it over. The footwork from Prescott is key.
Oh, yeah, shortstop 101, how she positioned her feet straight away as soon as it went into the glove to line her up with the base for the throw to get it on point for that second out.
Just seeing the dugout there as we see a replay of that. Sampson-Laughley comes back to the dugout. Wiri Hiko, the third baseman, straight up, gives her a high five. Interesting to know what champions do, right? Even though she doesn't get saved, she knows good play offensively. Yep. It'll come. Stay up.
Yep.
It's the little things, right, Damien? It's the little things.
Absolutely. And if you can have someone with experience, just say, yep.
Right,
keep you in the game.
And the Atiawa Toa FM replay in the bottom corner shows that again. This one fouls back off the band of Stella Jorgensen now. 1-1, 1 ball and 2 strike count.
Top of the 5th here for Canterbury. 4 runs to 1 in it. They want to make something happen, just like Auckland did, pushing and making those opportunities happen. But also like Canterbury did in the last at bat, they made things happen. They sent up a few more batters, and that's what they need to do here, just 3 runs behind. Need base runners.
They sure do indeed.
Coming up to the top of the order.
Of course, these 2 semi-finals, Sutton Death semi-finals on this morning. This one in front of us, Auckland taking on Canterbury in the women's division. And on the men's division, this one flies up. Nola has to run a mile to squeeze that one in, and she does. So Canterbury retired in order here in the top of the 5th innings. We'll update you on the men's semi-final when we come back. Well, a semi-final for the books here already on Sorensen Field as we got underway early this morning. 9 a.m. we started this game, and boy, oh boy, thank God Damien Collins is in commentary because he come around and woke me up, so I got here on time. Hokamu's on time, and she'll blast this one to right field in the bottom of the fifth innings. Auckland leading 4-1. Thanks, Damien. Thanks, Damo.
You know I love Damo. And there'll be a lot of people around the country chuckling that you were late. Because you're never late, eh? No, never late. Never chop a time.
Never late. To be fair, it just means I'm on time for tomorrow. Chris Ioane now will come in, and this part of the batting order for Auckland are very, very worrisome for any team they face, right?
Well, we see one pitch, and Tanisha Hokamo is on second. Takes a good lead there. But these two, you know, they've been there, done that. They know what this opportunity, this moment's about. They know what they've got to do, and they're going to show just their experience and their talent right now.
Mr. Hawani with a face paint always on point is Hawani, and the sacrifice bunch is on point as well. They'll try and get the lead runner. A collision at second base, and Hokamo is safe.
Well, Tanisha goes sliding into second base, and, you know, that's always to break up the double play. But just on the collision, they've called it safe. And we'll see here, the tag's in time, but just whether or not she holds the ball or not.
Well, that's the question. The tag looks like it's on time. However, the tag is up the body. You'll see here on the Atiawa Toa FM replay, the legs are further up as the tag is applied. And does she make the base on that instant replay? It looks like maybe she was out. But however, the field umpire out there for us, he's right on the button, Casey Smeeks. And if he says she is safe, he's 100% right.
Of course. Well, Auckland now have two runners on, and doesn't get any easier with more experience to come.
Talking about experience, Stephen Ratu, he's full of it, and there he brings his infield together, passes over the instruction, and then Michaela Wedehiko takes over. Canterbury will know how to reset in this situation.
Yeah, absolutely, and they're all behind Amy here. Amy's got to just go out and do what she does, get those ground outs and pop-ups. None down here. You don't want to give Auckland any more insurance runs. So now's the time to get the outs for Canterbury.
Well, I'm pleased to report we had a few drops of precipitation coming out of the sky. Sent the crew scrambling to waterproof the equipment and things. However, that precipitation has moved on. And Damien tells me positively that it's going to be good from here on out with the weather.
Man, I don't even know what this precipitation thing is. I mean, we get a bit of rain in Wellington, I'll tell you that much. But no, surely the rest of the day, I see blue skies, mate. You know, it's moving that way as well.
I see blue skies sailing. Damien Collins, the weatherman. We'll find out whether he's right. Hopefully, Chopper stops singing. That's all I really matters.
It was just everyone in the booth just shuddered. Everyone at home just muted us.
Karina Howell rips this one down the line. 1-2 the count here. Of course, Bevan Martini, you'll know him, his famous catchphrase as the ball goes over the fence. Look at that foul ball. Watch Alana Snow down the back there. Watch out. Hot ball. Bevan Martini sings when the ball goes over the fence for a home run. He'll be in the grand final for delivering our Te Reo Māori. And on that point, Damien, of course, a big announcement. A first for Beyond the Dugout and Atiawa Toa FM. Both grand finals are going to be simulcast live on Atiawa Toa FM radio. Super excited about that. We've never done that before. It's another addition to what is already quite an amazing production that we do. And now, not only are we beaming around the world and around New Zealand in your screens, we'll also be going over the radio waves as well. Super excited for that. And thank you to Atiawa Toa FM for their belief and support of the production.
Yeah, we get to punish eyeballs and ears on TV and now radio. Outstanding. No, it's a special thing, radio. You know, like I had many years working for radio sports, and you know, of course, broadcasting live radio, where you really got to paint that picture. So I know our commentary team will step up and make sure it happens the right way.
Just here, home plate umpire Tama Howard calling dead ball inside, and what he means by that voice direction is the bunt that Nuku just put down hits her, and you'll see on the replay here in the leg while she's still in the batting box, and that just means, Damien,
have another go, mate.
That's a foul ball. Have another go, mate. Of course, we just saw Hale strike out, so one down with Nuku up to bat. This one's down low.
Oh, they take third and second. No one for Canterbury awares that they were going to do it.
I tell you what, Auckland are pushing all the right buttons right now, aren't they?
Yeah, they really want that spot in that final. Last year's champions. Thank you, Chef Leo.
Nuku now with 2 runners in scoring position. A chance for Auckland to really push out the margin here in the semi-final. Damien, a little proud moment for me personally coming up this week, mate. My daughter played for North Harbour and has been a long-time player for the Auckland NFC team, Madison. But this year, she's chosen to follow her cultural heart. She'll be performing at Te Matatini, or Te Kahui Maunga, which is in New Plymouth this Thursday. Hard hit ball by Nuku. Looking to plate, a go-ahead run. Even further, and it does as Hokamo comes in. 5 runs to 1 now, Auckland lead.
Well, we know what Katrina Nuku can do. She puts it up deep outfield to have that Tanisha tag up at 3 to add another run to the total.
Well, Isaac Fletcher has been a masterstroke head coach or pairing coach with his wife, Michelle, out there for this Auckland side as Hokamu comes in for that 5th run of the ball game for Auckland. He's going to make another change here. I think a masterstroke. All of the damage really for Auckland has come from the right side of the defence of Canterbury. He brings in the power-hitting left-handed hitter now, Kaya Lee O'Brien, to pinch hit for the shortstop, Ava Prescott.
Yeah, Isaac Fletcher pulling a great game here from the coach's box. And, yeah, to bring in Kaya, why not? I mean, they're on a roll and we know what she can do. So you got a runner on 2. Let's put another insurance run on the board, they say. Or, let's not talk about maths.
This one down low. O'Brien. Not sure if this is her debut for the Auckland NFC team. But she's been playing so well, she deserves her spot this year. I'm super excited for her in this opportunity now. This one down low. Steady here, in a hitter's count now. 2 balls and no strikes. There's another duck on the pond there, Damien. If Auckland can convert Hawani's run, that'll give him a 5-run lead and potentially put him in a chance to finish this one early.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Good pitch. Very good pitch by Amy Begg there. I love that about this game of softball, Damien. When you see athletes put under pressure but respond with precision like Amy Begg, it's something to be marvelled, isn't it?
Yeah, it just shows a bit of class and experience to just not lose the head. Things may not be going their way, but to just keep on doing what she needs to be doing. That's what Amy does.
This one flies up, can't get it to the right side. The left side's dangerous. Kaiaratu will take care of that. But it's not before Nuku and Hokamo. They combined for the 5th run of the ball game for Auckland. They lead by 4 as we head to the top of the 6th.
Your world, your colour, your choice with Racine.
Well, an outstanding semi-final action here. Canterbury taking on Auckland. They trail at the moment to the Aucklanders. Damien, they just had a huddle in the innings break. What would head coach Ratu and assistant coach Wiri Hiko have said to the team?
Well, you know, when you're at this level, you've got a lot of experience, and they would have just said, you know, keep cool. We've got a game plan. Let's stick to it. Let's create those opportunities like we've been talking about all game. You know, whether it be the short game or just finding those gaps. I know he'll be talking them up, saying that he's got their back, and go forth.
Auckland leading 5 runs to 1 here, top of the 6th innings. A perfect opportunity for that chat for the Canterbury side, as they are back to the top of the order here. Kai Ratu, Michaela Wirihiko and Tristan Edwards. That just smells like a run, doesn't it?
Surely. Yeah, now's the time to make it happen. 5-1. Auckland just, you know, they've got their foot down and they're just adding the 1s and 2s here and there. But now it's time for Canterbury to do it. Oh, fell back to the GoPro.
I tell you what, Damon, I've had quite a bit to do with young Kai Ratu after the last few years. As we see Hawke's Bay just finishing up against Wellington over in Diamond 2. I want to thank Hawke's Bay and Wellington for their participation in the NFC. 2 great teams, great performances, entertained at the crowds.
Oh, stacked with talent across the board as well. So, you know, awesome to have them there.
Stephanie Faircoff works hard and picks up the strikeout of the dangerous Ratu, the lead off the 6th innings. We mentioned there are 2 semi-finals on the moment. Auckland taking on Canterbury right here, top of the 6th innings. Auckland leading 5 runs to 1. And out on one of the outer diamonds, the men's semi-final is going to get underway. On Diamond 2, it says on the sheet, but they may have got moved because the game is already underway, so they must be out on 3, 4, 5 or Diamond 12. It's only the men's semi-final. Put them out there somewhere. Anyway, Hutt Valley taking on Canterbury in that game, and they are up to the bottom of the 3rd innings. There is no score in it. Hutt Valley do have 3 hits in the ball game. Canterbury none so far. Pitching for the Canterbury side is Ben Watts, and pitching for the Hutt Valley side is the Mexican import Humberto Valdez.
Yeah, I look down, I see Keenan Iso pitching. That's, no, he is definitely not. But yeah, no, Valdez, he's been outstanding this tournament, hasn't he?
Certainly outstanding. So very tight in the men's semi-final action as this one comes through. And of course, both winners, the winner of this game will go to the grand final in the women's section here at 11:30. Waiting for them is Hutt Valley, and in the men's grand final at 1:30, waiting for them, that is Hutt Valley and Canterbury, is North Harbour. All down low.
Yeah, second place in this one will take home 3rd, isn't it? Straight bronze?
Yes, the loser of the semis gets the bronze medal. You're dead right. That's exactly how it works. I like this situation. It's a good reward. Both teams have played exceptionally well this week. And Canterbury, we mentioned the last time they played each other, they went to tiebreaker, 8 runs to 9. There are plenty of runs in the bats of Canterbury to come.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hard hit ball down the line. Ruby Nola has got a golden glove at left field.
Yeah, no mistake there from Nola. Lined it up as soon as it came off the bats to make a routine second out.
Well, the rally bang on the wall as the dugout is happening for the Canterbury team.
Don't let the Hutt Valley office see that.
Well, it's the NFC. Anything goes. No restriction. Full throttle. And really looking forward to that. Tristan Edwards now in for Canterbury.
Yeah, batting in the 3 spot, grounded out, left on in her second at bat.
This one comes through the zone. Damien, I've asked you already, you've got to be happy with Stephanie Fairclough, but how about her form?
Yeah, she really puts everything into it with every pitch. The way the glove goes down to the thigh, the way she puts everything out. I mean, yeah, she really does give it 110% every time she's out on the hill. She must be aching afterwards. Surely there's a bruise on that thigh.
Throws everything into it. Hard hit ball, going, and baby, one bounce into the fence. Trishan Edwards stays red hot for the Red Hawks.
Yeah, really needed that time, did Canterbury, to get to the one bounce to the fence. Alana Snow goes way back and then throws the ball and kind of falls backwards over the net. So, yeah, it's body on the line stuff, you're right. But that's exactly what they needed through Edwards, Canterbury, now to have a runner in scoring position.
Edwards almost leaves the yard. And look at Snow finding the bounce to throw it back in as she falls over the home run fence because she knows it's important. Otherwise, Edwards potentially runs all the way home on that play.
Oh, yeah. Isaac Fletcher jogs out to centre field to check on her.
Now she's back out fixing the fence. Is there anything Alana Snow can't do?
We haven't seen yet.
I tell you what she can't do. She can't lose at golf, mate. My golfing partner over New Year's this year, me and Alana, she doesn't play much golf, but boy, oh boy, she turned it on, and we won that golf game that day.
Didn't even know
So
you
good.
played golf.
Yeah.
You'd be on the cart with the chili bit, wouldn't you?
Yeah, there's one of those that always comes with me. Don't you worry about that. Always good time with Chopper and Alana Snow pulling off plays just like that. Back to the action now. Mania McKitty, apologies.
Two down here in the top of the 6. Canterbury have a runner on. They really need to convert this. Off the glove of Bromhead Lamalu.
We said that in the top of the 4th that we needed to see some action from this offense from Canterbury, and they produced it, didn't they?
Yep.
And it was Wirihiku and Edwards. Now it's Edwards and McKitty. Can they be the combination needed for Canterbury?
Outside pitch. And, of course, that's been called all game, so, of course, they're going to swing at it. Yep, it goes away foul, but you don't want that called on you for sure. And that's good. You got to do it at this level and all levels. You know, if you're not getting the call that the umpire doesn't give you, well, suck it up, Buttercup, and swing for that zone. That's what he's calling. That's what you go for.
Pull down the line. Summer Howard, the home plate umpire, Damien for this one. As we see the player go back to the dugout, and that one's just foul down the line. Summer Howard out of the Auckland region, 1 ball and 2 strikes on McKitty now. Been very impressed. And a good pitch by Fairclough on the inside edge. Boy, oh boy, simply outstanding. So we're all done through the top of the 6 innings. Canterbury, they get a runner in scoring position, just couldn't convert it. Will it happen in the 7th? We'll find out when we get there. Bottom of the 6th first. Well, the Canterbury Red Hawks will retire the bench to the dugout as they'll take the field here in the bottom of the sixth innings against this red-hot Auckland side. Mastermind behind them, Michelle and Isaac Fletcher coaching staff, who have simply pushed all the right buttons to give them a 4-run lead in the bottom of the sixth innings here. And they're pulling another button right now as Beth Reid will come in the pinch hit for Auckland here in the bottom of the sixth innings.
How's that for luxury, having all these pinch hitters being lefties?
Simply outstanding. And Reid dispatches the second pitch she sees hard down the left field line, but as you saw on the camera angle, just fell.
Foot, if that. Probably not one of my feet, because it's a metre back, but probably your feet.
We get it. You're tall. You're big. We get it. The good thing is, though, buddy, you know, you're able to put the cameras in positions that we can't reach. And I'm sure there's a lot of other advantages to your attributes as well. Back to the action now. No outs.
Don't have a tiptoe like you.
This one's high. Beth Reid, an outstanding athlete. Spent some time for collegiate softball, just like Amy Begg did in the USA. A real breeding ground for talent in the game of fast-pitch softball is USA.
Yeah, I mean, any of you young female ballers that are watching out there, yeah, there is a pathway. You know, there are opportunities to go and study abroad and play this game. So if you're feeling it, if that's something to work towards, get it done.
Amy Begg nods with approval of his selection of pitch from McKitty, the catcher. As the dogs are in to watch the game as well, the change-up works a charm.
Gotta be careful about the dogs around here, mate.
I tell you what, with Matt Jordan, the director in the house, buddy, if there's a dog that comes to the ballpark, they'll be on the screen. And can't wait to get the dog clicker going. That's got to be the new thing, Damien, the dog clicker.
Surely. Or a dog tracker on...
yeah.
You know, well, there's one sitting in the grandstand if he hasn't seen already. Oh, I'm sure he has. Sure he has.
Fantastic.
Oh.
So, doesn't count if you show the same dog. That's just one click. Dog clicker or dog counter?
Yeah, Mal keeps on bringing down Taylor to watch, and I don't think Matt's happy that she's not bringing down Rocky or Cena.
Big swing. Down to one knee now is Shy Hale and stretches it out.
Oh, okay.
So good.
Okay. She's a carrot, didn't she?
This is just the one out here of Reid.
Another lefty batter.
So actually we're going to bring that up about the lefties, and I'm thinking more around the Japanese athletes. So they know there's a breeding ground of softball elite athletes coming out of the university system in the United States. Mm-hmm. However, they're not world number one in softball. Japan is. They don't send players to the States, so they have a different formula. Hard hit ball from Hale off the glove of McIntyre, and it's been that case today, Damien. The right side for Auckland, hitting to the right side of the diamond, has been successful.
Yeah, they've found gaps, they've hit off gloves, they've made Canterbury work on that side for sure. So where do the athletes come from?
Yeah, good question. I know they train the house down, but how do they attract them? What is the procedure? I'd really like to go to Japan to find out what's the process that they do to create elite athletes. Like I said, every other country in the world, they send the athletes to the United States, to their farm system. Well, maybe some of them should send their athletes to Japan. They're world number one. They have the secret right now.
Yeah, absolutely. We've had a number of Kiwis over the years going over and helping and build those connections to Japan, but they've just gone.
Have indeed, and this one's lofted out. Yeah, that's on the men's side, and that's completely different to the women's side. Really interested one day, maybe be on the Dugout Broadcasting and we can do a business trip to Japan and find out what is the secret and the source of Japan female softball.
Yeah, let me think about that. Yeah, I'll come.
As Gary Rauhihi walks in the door, he says, yep, I'm down for that one as well, of course. Gary Rauhihi and Joe Fraser will have the call in the women's grand final, scheduled at 11:30 today. Hard hit ball up the middle and a running catch by the centre fielder, Alyssa Laurie. Canterbury, they're doing everything that's required. All they need now is a bit of offense. We'll find out at the top of the 7th. If they can, I think they will, Damien. I think they will. 5-1, Auckland leading Canterbury.
When the radio's on and the sound's hot, you just have to enjoy. There's no way to stop. That's where it sounds like the best every day of the week. Better than all the rest. We let the music speak. All the best throwbacks, 90s and more. Atiawa Toa. All the best throwbacks.
No mai hoki mai. Welcome back to Fraser Ballpark here for an outstanding semi-final action on Championship Sunday. Auckland taking on Canterbury. Auckland get underway with a run in the bottom of the first and the second before Canterbury strike for their first run in the top of the fourth. Auckland, though, they replied with 2 runs in the bottom of the fourth innings, another one in the bottom of the fifth. That gives us the scoreline right now, 5 runs to 1. Canterbury need to score 4 runs here in the top of the 7th innings, Damien, or Auckland will face Hutt Valley in the grand final, 11:30.
Yep. Last chance for Canterbury with the sticks here in the major semi-final. Will they have enough in the tank to get it done? Get those at least 4 runs on the board? Or is this Auckland side just too much?
Lucy McIntyre, Krista Whitty-Hukua, and Alyssa Laurie. 1, 2, and 3 for the Canterbury Red Hawks here. Canterbury, I believe they're going to score some runs. It's just a matter of how many here in the innings. 1 and 2 the count now.
Yeah, it ain't over till it's over, and this is a fighting Canterbury side. Fairclough trying to get them chased on the outside edge again.
From an Auckland perspective, Damien, if Fairclough can complete this game and pitch a complete match semi-final win, it sets them up with their White Sox star pitcher, Lauren Parker, to throw the grand final against Hutt Valley. And we saw her against Hutt Valley yesterday. She tied them down in knots when she came into the ball game. So Auckland setting themselves up well on Championship Sunday. Strikeout for the first batter, McIntyre. 1 away now.
Yeah, not bad to have Steph step up and do this semi-final. And then you're going to have a fresh Lauren Parker ready to go for a final. Like, she was just top pitcher of our country just a couple of years ago. And, yeah, the CrossFit machine that she is, she'll be ready to go for sure.
Krista Whitty-Hukua now takes this one just on the inside edge of the zone, in the hole. 0-2. Been on base once with a hit pitch in the second innings. And this one comes off, and actually, remember, the hit pitch.
I'm getting deja vu.
The hit pitch was off the butt of the bat, right? And last time, she got to go to first base. This time, Tama Howard's like, I'm not falling for another banana in the tailpipe, you.
Even Karina Hale was like, nah, not this time.
This one down low, Fairclough nibbling at the bottom of the zone. Drop ball outside.
That more blue skies heating up out there, more people around the diamonds filling up for the 2 finals ahead.
Remember, the home side, Hutt Valley, awaiting the winner of this semi-final. They're only going to get a 20-minute break between the end of this game and the start of the grand final. It's a tough ask, if you ask me, on a grand final day. But that's the way the draw is. Everyone knows the cookies and how they crumble leading into breakfast time today.
I know our opinion doesn't matter, mate, but what would it be like to have this major semi-final the night before and just the finals on Championship Sunday?
Yeah, good point. As that one comes through the zone, and Fairclough has got it going on. Update from Diamond 86, where the men's semi-final is happening right now. Hutt Valley and Canterbury. And the top of the 4th innings, Canterbury have struck for 3 runs in the bottom of the 3rd. They lead that ball game 3 runs to nil.
Early days, early days.
Fairclough, sorry.
Now Canterbury down to their last out here.
Exactly. Is up to the plate as the centre fielder. She's been outstanding defensively. She'd like to produce something offensively, and right now couldn't be a better time.
Well, now is the time. You're running out of opportunities, and we've talked about making the use of the opportunities all the way through the game, and now's the time.
This one down low.
Inside pitch again, getting called from Tama Howard again. He's called them all game.
Poise, precision, and class. 1 out away from a grand final showing. Change up just off the plate. Casey Smeeks, he's from Canterbury. He'll be down deep inside rooting for his team, of course, unbiased as an umpire. Low lift is good on the inside edge.
Again, same spot. That first pitch, inside and low.
Full count now. Ruby Knoll has been exceptional in the outfield today for Auckland. She knows the 1 strike away, 1 out away from a grand final appearance. Up the middle, and Laurie gets it done. Just what the doctor ordered for Canterbury. Keeps them alive. That's composure. That's clutch from the centre fielder from Canterbury.
Yeah, we know Alyssa Laurie can make those things happen, and sending it to her counterpart in centre field just over top of Fairclough in the middle there to get a much-needed base runner out there through Caitlin Henderson.
That'll bring up to bat now Heaven Sampson Loftley. She goes at the first pitch and dunks it over. Excuse me, I'm just going to place this right here.
Just over top of the shortstop Prescott, getting a tip of the glove to it and just unable to make the play. And just like that, Canterbury got 2 runners on.
Back-to-back hits for Canterbury with 2 outs here. We saw yesterday in the major semi-final between Auckland and Hutt Valley, the 21st out in softball is the hardest to get. Auckland were trailing by 4 runs with 2 outs.
Oh.
Here's another one that dunks in. Sending
go
her
for
home,
sure,
the
for
play
sure.
at 3. She is safe, and Canterbury have got it cooking in the kitchen right now from Stella Jorgensen.
Well, that was just outstanding from Stella to just get it over top of the infield and draw the attention away from 3 and home.
And time called here as head coach Isaac Fletcher will come out to settle things down. And just, recap from yesterday's major semi-final, Damien. Hutt Valley leading by 4 runs in the bottom of the 7th innings. 2 outs. Down to the last strike was Auckland. Auckland go bang, bang, boop, bang. Score 4 runs to tie it up in the bottom of the 7th innings. The last out in softball was the hardest of them all.
Yeah, absolutely, and Canterbury will make you work for it for sure. They've just, we were setting them up for the game. It was all set for that final pitch to be us going to the final, but Canterbury saying, no, not yet. We're going to put a couple runners on and make this a bit more interesting.
Now, Damon, I'm not going to say I said it that Canterbury will score some runs in this innings, but I've noticed the strategy of these last three batters going early in the count.
Yeah. I mean, look, we know. What do we know from history? You kind of see some pitches. Late in the game, you got some runners on, but we also know that a first strike pitch is coming.
Kaiaratu now. She goes at the first pitch
Yep.
too. Runners are in the corners here for Canterbury. 2 outs, top of the 7th innings, trailing by 3. Ratu, the tying run at the plate. Dare I say it, Damien?
Well, you know what she can do. She can spark something for sure.
Shortens the handle. That one just tips off foul.
Just behind in the count now. 0-2 and looks over to Dad. He gives her a little wink. You got this, girl.
Hasn't made first base yet, Ratu. In the game, and this one's inside this time. Wouldn't it be a moment if Kaiaratu can get on base and this at-bat, Canterbury are up at the fence.
Yeah, Kaya close. Lucky to get that call. I mean, Tamahawa's been calling that inside all day. And it looked pretty on point there.
Faircoff trying to get the last out. Inside rise ball, and it's a beauty. She seals the deal. She walks off the field, apologises for a catcher for putting him under pressure. But in the end, Stephanie Faircoff just too good for Canterbury. Auckland are through to the grand final, 5-2. Damien, your thoughts on the semi?
Oh, outstanding game from both teams, really showing why they were there in the first place. But Auckland just showing their class, showing their experience mixed with their youth. They've got power, they've got talent, and now they're going to the grand final. So tip of the cap to Auckland.
Of course, Dave, going to come back to you for the player of the match shortly. There was an outstanding game here. Auckland scored twice, once in the bottom of the first, once in the bottom of the second, until Canterbury got their first run in the top of the 4th innings. 2 runs by Auckland in the bottom of the 4th, another in the 5th, and then Canterbury with a bit of life. They got a run in the top of the 7th. Stephanie Faircroft shuts the door with 3 strikeouts in the last innings to seal the deal and book their place in the grand final. The Beyond the Dugout Broadcasting Player of the Match.
It's very hard to pick. I mean, you can always pick Steph going in the middle, going the whole distance and getting the dub. But to me, it was that experience in the middle, the Hokamo, the Hawani, and the Hales that kept it all going. So I know it's not an answer, mate, but there's the picks.
I'm with you. You know what? For me, I saw a tough moment for the catcher, Tyann Bromhead Lamalu.
Yes.
A mental error in the tiebreaker to Hutt Valley that unfortunately undid Auckland in that game last night. She comes into the ball game, a pinch hit, and blasts it to right field, scores 2 runs for Auckland. If you ask me, she was the difference today. I'm proud of that young woman from bouncing back from last night's game. And of course, you got to mention Stephanie Faircost. What a great semi-final it was. Auckland are through to the grand final, 5-2 over Canterbury. Hutt Valley wait for them. We'll be back soon with Gary Rohi and Joe Farizo, Hutt Valley. And of course, the big girls from the 09 Auckland. We'll see you. Kia ora koutou katoa. Mā te wā. See you soon.
Let's go.